If someone is going down the wrong road, he doesn't need motivation to speed him up. What he needs is education to turn him around. Jim Rohn: education is an essential aspect of life. However, not all students realize this wisdom. That is why many of them disregard studying hard to do well in school. This only means that thinking about the importance of education alone is never enough to encourage students to study. What they need is high level of motivation. The motivation of students has always something to do with their desire to join in the process of learning. Motivation, once done effectively, can allow students to boost their participation in school. This is similarly true when they are to study their lessons for an upcoming test or merely gaining knowledge from the past lessons. Motivation is the fuel to study. Getting motivated to study is not that easy as it may sound. It is hard, and everyone probably experiences this during their school days. Whether you are presently a student attending school or perhaps a grown-up acquiring new knowledge, it is just common to experience having lack of motivation towards studying. This is particularly true if you do not have much of an interest to the subject you are dealing with. Luckily, with determination, willpower and few simple techniques and tips, anyone has the ability to convert their aversion into productive study motivation. Studying could be exciting, interesting and fun. It is never good to label studying as painful, uncomfortable or boring. In this way, you will be negatively pre-framing yourself even before starting it out. You would have lost in the battle even before it started. Actually, you do not want to term it as a battle. You should consider studying as a meaningful voyage of discovery. Things you should do: stay curious. Getting interested in the subject you are studying is a good way to start. It will be easier to deal with things if you are only interested in the subject you are studying. You will be motivated naturally to read and learn about it. To be able to develop interest, you need to adopt some attitude of curiosity. Set your schedule for studying. Set a schedule when you will conduct your studying and make sure it's set at the right time. You can set it every day. Plan it in advance. Set the specific time for studying and the time for relaxing or playing. In this way, you will not have to miss the fun. It is good to use the future fun as motivation for studying in the present. Stop at the interesting part. If you need to stop to take meals, breaks or some other activities, you should plan it when you are at the easier part or fun part of a subject. Consider the parts which are more enjoyable and interesting to you. In such a way, you will stay interested and excited to carry on with studying. Get rid of distractions. This is obviously a very essential factor for achieving study motivation. If you have your phone, computer, TV, bed, magazines or any other things close to you, you will easily find yourself into temptation, throwing the books aside. At least try to get rid of distractions, as many as possible, out of your sight. Set your study area. Have a study area that is set in a comfortable environment as much as possible. The environment is playing a significant part in keeping study motivation. So, make sure that the place you will study in is as conducive as possible. Since motivation is very important in studying, make sure to consider these tips mentioned above for a successful gaining of knowledge.